Situation in Gaza meant Israel needed to immediately and effectively implement the measures ordered by its existing ruling. With me is Mohamed Taha from BBC Arabic. Thank you very much for coming in. So people in Gaza presumably still bracing for this possible assault on Rafah.
Indeed, the Israeli defense minister yesterday said that Israel is keen to do this assault on Rafah, saying that the only way to get the hostages out of Gaza is assaulting Rafah. At the same time, President Biden said the only ways to get the hostages out is a pause in fighting. So there is this different in point of views between the two parties on how to get the hostages out. President Biden said that there are some hostages that Americans, and he is keen for this pause in fighting to happen to make this exchange of prisoners and hostages happen. But it seems that the Israelis are really keen to attack Rafah, while there are many calls from the international agencies are asking for Israel not to do that because it is going to be a humanitarian disaster.
And we've seen that there's some images that have appeared, satellite images, that appear to show construction on the border with Egypt. Talk us through what that might be and what's going on there.
Indeed, we saw these images that has been verified by the BBC, and the BBC is saying that it might be housing for any refugees that can cross Rafah if the Israeli assault on Rafah would happen. Egypt was really rejecting for a long time to receive any refugee Palestinians for two reasons. The first reason that Egypt was saying that it is causing a threat to the Egyptian national security, and the second thing saying that if the Palestinians would move to Egypt, they will never go back to their homes in Gaza, exactly as happened to what's so-called a Nakba in 1948, when the Palestinians left their homes from Israeli citizens and they never came back again. The situation now in Gaza, in Rafah, is really dire.
And on that, I mean, some of the situations in hospitals in particular have been tricky. Tell us about the Nasser Hospital, where there was an Israeli military operation inside it.
The Israeli military operation on Nasser Hospital is continuing. The Israelis are looking for militants inside the hospitals or injured from the militant inside the hospital. And the situation, this hospital might go out of service, as exactly what happened with the Indonesian and Kamal Adwan hospital in the north, or Al Shifa hospitals in the middle of Gaza. So now the southern Gaza might be out of any working hospitals any soon, and this is causing also multiple calls from international agencies to allow these medical centers to work, to allow treatment for any injured civilians in southern Gaza.
And just very briefly, on the progress on the ceasefire talks, where are we?
I think there is a standstill in these talks. There are talks that are happening in Egypt in the presence of the Qataris, the Americans and the Israelis. But the problem is that Hamas is requesting that any pause in fighting would be leading to a permanent ceasefire, and they are requesting exchanging the hostages with thousands of prisoners, two requests that the Israelis are really rejecting.
Mohamed Taha, thank you very much indeed for coming to talk to us. Thank you.
Thank you.